All right, CSS battle time, and it's the letter B, maybe? Someone peeking around a corner? Something like that? I don't know. All right, let's get this done. It's a relatively simple shape, and that makes it a little more challenging because there's more options to accomplish it. Interesting. So I think I will want to use a radial gradient because these half circles here, ooh, I think I know how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to want a radial gradient, but we want it to repeat on the y-axis, but not on the left and right axis. And so, but also this repeat is small enough that I need something on the top to stop it from showing up. I might be able to use like a box shadow inset or a border. I'll probably do a border because the rest of this should fill in nicely. Okay, and then the body can be, I think, this gray square, and I should be able to hide, yeah, it should just be a gray square at that size with what I'm planning on doing with these radial gradients, and then I could box shadow to the left. So that might be, if I'm doing box shadow, I could also do a border. Oh, maybe this border, I wonder what the width is. Let's see what the width is on this. It's about 40 pixels, and then what's this thing here? It's 160, 230, it's 70, it seems like. Yeah. Okay, so it's about 70 pixels, so that doesn't work. I was hoping that maybe the borders would collapse for the body, and I wouldn't have to do a background, and I wouldn't have to take the borders off. Doesn't look like it'll play out that way. All right, let's get the, let's just see if we can get the radial gradient on the background for the HTML going. Let's see if we can get the repeat to work how I'm hoping. I'm gonna say at left, and then comma, and the reason for that is we'll do our dark color. Zero, no, it's not zero. 25 pixels thereabouts. I'm guessing, hoping, and then we do the blue. It's 0 to 50, it's probably bigger than that, and then back to the dark color. All right, so yeah, our sizes aren't quite right. I think this one's 20. That looks about a little bit better. Now we can position it. More, 250. Let's do more for the position. We're changing the background position property here. 235, all right. All right, now I can change where the 0, 0 part is, but what I want to see is if we do, you know, let's say 400 pixels on that, so it repeats huge. I don't know if I need to be that big, but 100. Okay, that's too much. And now we're repeating the vertical ones. That's okay, that's about the right spacing. I just need to change the positioning a bit. Let's go, yeah, this is working. Okay, cool. So I think I will leave this at left because otherwise I'd have to say, oh, I think 0%. Yeah, at 0. That's all you need. You don't have to say left because it does the x-axis first and then you do the y-axis, but if you don't do the y-axis it's centered, and so we get the same effect as at left, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this is a verbose kind of bit of writing here, and actually looking at this, that means we only need to do a blue bar, which is interesting. So is there a way to duplicate the background where I get all blue? I don't know if there is. There might be. There might be. What I could do is do something like 1Q here, and then turn this into a font base value, this 50 pixels, and then expand it with the font so that we end up actually with a big blue part of the circle, and then with the movement we might end up with a blue background there. So let's hit the body. Let's put an outline on it. All right, let's margin it into place. So I was originally planning on making the body this square, but actually with moving the circles over, I don't need to do that. So let's not. I think that gray block covering the circles, I wonder if not having this at 0 and then just repeating. Oh, I wonder how much. Okay, 2, 3, yeah. At least 300 pixels. It doesn't matter if it's 300 or 400, I guess. 300 is going to be reduced better or something. Or actually, I can do something like 70% or 75, 80%. Doesn't matter. It'll work either way. Okay, I got distracted. Where was I? We're doing the margins. This is in the center. We'd margin it down there, and then I started thinking about whether this at 0 was necessary or if it helped me any. Let's just get this working, and then I can look at optimizations if I do this quick enough. Probably won't be able to. Right, we're gonna start with 200. Bottom is also gonna be 40, and then left is gonna be like 100. Okay, let's walk it into place. Oh, it's 5s on this one. It's not 235. Okay. Not even numbers. All right, let's take this off. Let's make this a star and look at what we got. And we got a whole bunch of circles and they're repeating at 80%. Okay. So that 80% is actually causing an issue now. So let's go back to 300 pixels for the moment. And so we're seeing mostly gray. All right, 50 pixels. Let's see what we get in im or some other font-based value. 3.13 im. That's verbose. All right, but I think that's going to be as good as it gets. All right, let's come back over here. 3.13 im. All right, so we have 2 extra characters on that compared to 50 pixels, or 3 if you're talking about the reduced value. And then here we do font. I'm just going to compare what this is going to be towards just writing a new background, 1inch A. We get a blue bar. That worked. Oh, I still need my border up here. Okay. Border is going to be fine because we have room for a border on this. We just changed the margins. There's no other way to really hide that stuff. I mean, I could try like... Yeah, space isn't the way to go. Unless... Nope, space is not the way to go. I'm not sure how to manipulate those keywords better. So let's just do our border and, accept that that's what's going to be needed. Let's go 40 pixels solid and this color. All right, and we're changing this now because of the border shifted things. So 195, I imagine. Okay, good. And then I don't really want to go negative. I think this will still be in the 2-digit realm. Nope. All right, so -10. All right, that's okay, because then that lets us, oh, I can't close ranks with that. That's just in margins without units. That's okay. What am I doing? All right, so now we do 0 and 0, 95 and 75. Curious. Let's put an outline back on this. I thought if I compensate, yeah, it's there. Oh, it's still not enough. Okay, there we go. Do I need negative? Oh yeah, because it's hitting that border. So I need -40. Ugh. Well, I thought I was gonna... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're not doing border. Oh, if I do outline, I have to do margin on the HTML, and then I'm gonna run into the same issue. If I do outline here, I always spell that wrong. All right, so 0 and 0. So then we have to add margin. It doesn't seem worth it. I think the -40 is going to be better. But that all works out a little bit better. Let's just see if this works. By adding a whole extra margin seems like a lot. Okay, let's go back to border. This is the one problem I have with this solution, though, is how this, the border being added in. If there's a way around that, I think I'd like this solution a lot better. Okay, there we go. I wonder, percentages could be used there, not here. I think we're about at reduction point on these. So let's go ahead and make it happen. All right. Let's see, 300 pixels. Do I want to do a percentage here? I think the percentage is going to cause issues. Yeah. Huh. I think the percentage ends up... Huh. It's curious how that affects it. All right, so 300 pixels is going to be 20 goes into that 15 times 5. It's like 85. Oops. I'm in the complete wrong spot. No, it is not. Oh, what did I break? I broke something. Oh yeah, I broke something for sure. We don't need that one Q there. How did I break it? Right here. 195, negative 10. What's going on? I'm not seeing anything obvious, and I probably should be. Okay. Let's position this as size 330. Okay. Weird. Okay. How about this? Let's back it up before I tried to do that. Okay, it was already broken. Oh, I can't use 5CH here because I'm using font. That's what I was missing. What else we got for 40? Nothing. Nothing good. Alright, gotta leave it. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, so I wonder how good my math was. I was quick math in my head. 15 times 5 is 50, and then 25 is 75 VW. And this is 30 VW. 195, let's look that up. Hopefully it's a VH, you know, divisible by 15, 65 VH, yep. Okay, that's all of it. Okay, well that was a painful reduction, but we got there. We got there at the end, and don't need to drop any margins. Forget what else I was going to look at, but I think I'm going to call it for now. Okay. I need to remember to check what that notification is. 100%, 162. It's okay. I think there's going to be better ways to do this. All right, hope you're having fun with this. I will catch you later.